Hey everyone, we're back, and I'm here on my daily videos. I wanted to just jump in real quick and give you a little update on my so far on my thoughts for the day. I have some great obviously observations, but I also have some sad observations, and what's going on nowadays. But before I get to that, I want to keep in the lighter note. I'm taking my Coursera, I'm taking my courses, and uh, although it's overwhelming, like I said in my last video, it's a lot of work, a lot of knowledge, a lot of information you have to take in. The great part about it is that you work on it at your own time. Again, this is for anybody that's in quarantine, that is at home, that has still trying to figure out what they're trying to do as far as getting back into the workforce or whatnot. I think it's a great idea, great habit to just sit down and learn something, whether you get something out of it or you don't. You come up with great skills that you can add to your collection. Not that doesn't really means anything as long as you're not providing value, but at the same time, it's always better to be prepared. I always say than prepare for an opportunity than to look for something and then prepare yourself for it. Like anything in life, you want to be prepared, and that goes for anything, right? So, you know, sometimes we do things seeking something for it. I think the best for me, the best satisfaction for me is doing things where I'm not seeking any type of external reciprocation, and at some time in the future, I get payback for that, right? Or I get some type of, uh, I would say, satisfaction, whether it be monetarily or just a feeling or just being able to help somebody because of your expertise or skills that you have, and just being able to serve others, right? That's what we're here for, right? We're all here to serve somehow, some way, and I think we kind of we've lost that along the way, with just give me, give me, give me, and we don't feel like we need to give first. And I think personally, I know for me, my best parts of my life and certain experiences are when I'm able to give, and I have given at a scale that I felt that I could give in, and not expecting anything for it, right? And sometimes we get lost in the sense that, well, I'm gonna take this course, and what am I getting out of it? Well, I'm gonna take this skill, what am I getting out of it? You know, and that's a bad mindset to have in anything, right? We don't go into anything. I would say in a good intention if you're thinking that, right? You might, might buy something, and you are seeking some type of feeling from it. Sometimes it gives it to you, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes when you buy things just for buying them, or you see things and you just get them at a moment, sometimes those are the best purchases, right? You just find, you pass by, you see them, and you just feel like you want to have something, and you get them, and you don't expect anything from it. So the same thing goes, I think, when we take a course, or when we develop something. Hold on a second. When we develop a course, or when we go into somewhere where we want to learn. We learn just because we want to learn. So I think you have to learn personally. Whatever you want to learn, you have to learn something you want to learn. Not because I say it, not because anybody else says it, not because of the um, whatever it is. The trend is you want to learn something that you want to learn, that calls you. This is how you kind of find your passion and whatever it is that you want to call you. This way, that you're doing what you would be doing regardless. If you're kind of learning just to get something, um, for me, I would say, going to college, I felt that for all you young guys out there, young girls or young ladies and men, that when we go to college, we kind of feel that either we follow a curriculum or what the experts say is the best career at the moment, which was my fault, I think. And you follow what the trends say, and it's not really who you are. It's not really your fitting. It's not really what you want to bring to the table, who you are on this planet, right? It's not going to be a fulfilling career. You're going to have probably great benefits, great pay, but you will never be fulfilled by it. So I think as we awaken and we move on to society and we become a little bit more comfortable with ourselves, um, we realize that it's not all about that, right? It's about what you want to learn, what you want to study. And I think in every phase in our lives, we have different parts of ourselves. For I know for myself, I love finance. I love investments. I love all those topics. I was into that really big head on, and I kind of just lost the love for it. I just became kind of uh, more of a seeker and not just really focused on the numbers. But that was my passion in the beginning, and things happen so as well. Just follow that for the moment. Doesn't mean you're gonna be stuck there forever. It can change. Everything is temporary, and as I've learned in life, even the worst situations that you feel like you're in, a job that sucks, um, a low-paying job, uh, tough times, struggling financially or emotionally. These things do pass, and believing in yourself, obviously, and understanding that, I think, is the best concept for you to have faith, to have hope and faith, because without that, we're kind of just not really look forward to things, right? And remember, every day is a new day. So getting away from a motivational speech, yeah, just do what you want, learn what you want to learn, but at the same time, understand that there's not a race. There's nobody watching us. You're not competing with anybody. I think we get that, but we take that kind of mentality at anything. I think anything is doable. Sometimes we don't take that mentality. We kind of take that we're competing against somewhere else, other people. We have to have a certain status, or we have to have a certain criteria, or certificate, or even expertise in certain things to even talk about it. I think personally, when you do the small things every day, and that is, like I said, you want to learn something, learn about it every day in small increments. It doesn't have to be in long, course ways. At your leisure, at your moment, at your time, when you feel like doing it, um, it becomes a lot less overwhelming. And that being said, for anything, right? For anything you want to do, it's just making small increments about it, right? You want to get a workout plan, you want to work out, you want to get yourself in shape, you know, 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you need on to 15, 20 minutes, but it doesn't have to be this large workout or large, I would say, hill to climb, right? It can be done in small steps. And I think that's where we kind of lose ourselves and we feel like everything's impossible to do or impossible to even achieve. But I know from me, personal experience, breaking things down and doing it little by little, eventually you look back and you're like, wow, I've already completed that. Wow. So, yeah, get started on something, do something you want to do, whatever skills it is that you want to work on. And as far as my part two of my video, um, a little bit saddened, listening to the news right now with the whole case of Breonna Taylor and all this justice and stuff like that. And, you know, um, I think hope is our biggest trait in human beings. And I must say, I feel deflated. I feel that, hope is kind of dying. And the system that we have is broken. Obviously, we know this for a while, but when you hear cases about these type of situations, you feel deflated. You get proven time and time again that it is, true, that the system is broken, that it's not just one situation or one occurrence or one state or one jurisdiction. It is a country thing, right? It is a countrywide thing, and where do we go from here? Kind of like, where do we start? How do we even battle this uphill battle? It feels as if you're battling a really big hill, a mountaintop type of thing, and I feel that I don't know the full details of the news and the verdicts, but from what I've heard, it is a kind of a slap in the wrist. Yeah, they got compensated, they got some money, but you know, at the same time, that person didn't come back to life, right? That person, Rihanna Taylor, is never gonna come back, regardless how much money they give her family. And I feel that kind of quiets us down. Okay, they got the compensation, so they should be good. But no, I think it's more of a deeper rooted system and a deeper rooted situation where we want to address, as opposed to just letting it be because they got paid out. And I don't really talk about certain things. I don't really try to jump on here and try to be political or anything like that. But I do believe in fairness, right? And when things are done wrong, situations where you know lives are taken, the repercussions have people have to pay for them, or at least serve their time and consequences of doing these things. But I feel that when it comes to that system, um, it's like a one way system, right? No matter what you do on that side, you're good. But then again, when it comes to like minorities, especially African American Black people, it is absurd how the situation is so contradictory. Well, I can't even say the word now, but contradictions they are, right? Or the this level of justice on both sides, it's towards just one side. It's not really a justice on any other side but that one side. So where do we go from here, right? All the young people watching this, understand where you stand, understand where you at, understand the country we live in, understand where um, this situation is, and how we can prevent that from ourselves. Sometimes we can't prevent it, but um, to understand the realities of it, right? We kind of forget because we're in a limbo and just living our lives and just thinking that everything is fair, everything is equal, that we're good. But when you see stories like this, understand that we have a long way to go. And again, we use that by obviously trying to change the leaders that we have at Bay by our votes. I have never voted, to be honest, and it's my first time voting, and my first year, and I'm gonna be 36. And I never really believed in the system, but I think um, I have to give it a chance. I can't say nothing until I give it a try. Let's see how much we can come together and create change. And it's not for me, at least for my kids. And where society where everybody's treated fairly and equally and the same, and there's no type of prejudice or um, you know injustice kind of against a certain person because of your color of your skin, right? And that's just humane, right? All around the world, not just here, all around the world. No matter your religion, color of your skin, um, culture, what you believe in, I don't care. We're humans. We need to treat each other as humans, each and every one of us, with kindness, respect, and it doesn't really matter what color your skin is, what background, you know, what situations you've been in, who you were in the past. Kind of just humane activities, and be kind to each other. And no, we none of us have the right to take somebody else's life because of you know them being different, right? But again, these are my takes. Got a little bit deep today, but I hope you are thinking about gaining some skills. Hopefully, you guys are voting, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.